Do you want any more kids?
Hello world, wake me up to another good morning. Time to go. Oh, we are all looking for adventure. We are all looking for adventure.
Hi guys, welcome to the vlog today.
We're so excited to sit down and do a Q&A. We love doing Q&A videos because you get to ask us your personal questions and we get to answer them personally and give you a shout out. So we are so excited. We have several questions to get through today. First, we wanted to say that we got 2 questions that are going to be their own separate video because they're just so special and juicy. First is from Eveline. She said, what happened to your editor? Don't remember you mentioning what happened. And then the next question from I Make Music. What do you and Laura think of your YouTube channel views going down? You got to address, I think. Does the viewings go down affect your future in the Philippines? We will be answering all of these juicy questions in a future video called Our YouTube Business Update. So you can look forward to that. But without further ado, let's get into the questions.
The first question is from Miss Fanatay. Miss Fanaytay. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. But she said, between the States and the Philippines, where do you feel you've experienced more prejudice people, if any? You know, surprisingly, here in the Philippines.
Yeah, my first reaction is we haven't experienced that. But if there is a tiny bit, it is here.
Yeah. Because it's not like a negative thing. I don't know, it's hard because I feel like if I'm not with Laura, people treat me just as regular people.
And they definitely treat us differently.
Yeah.
If he's with me.
Yeah, which is really, really odd because I don't mind being treated like a normal Filipino. But I wish they treat me like a normal Filipino when I'm with Laura as well. Mm-hmm. You know, because I want Laura to experience that part of the Philippines. You know, where you're being treated like you're one of us. But in the US, nobody really...
I don't think you've ever experienced any prejudice.
No, because...
Unless it's in a good way. Funny, oh, you're Asian,
Yeah, because see, the thing is, the joke, my joke in the US is if I make a mistake, if I do something weird, or embarrassing or something like that, my answer is oh, I'm sorry, I'm Asian, I don't speak English. And then it makes, it breaks the ice, everybody's laughing.
But as far as prejudice, I don't think anything has happened.
No.
Just a couple small things here in the Philippines. Not a big deal. Next is from Toshiba. What is your religion and how do you feel about the Philippines? Awesome questions. Our religion is we're members of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. And how do we feel about the Philippines? We love it.
So yeah, we love it. Even with all the problems, the complications, the complaints that we have and stuff like that, we love being here in the Philippines. Mm-hmm. We are enjoying every day of our life, or the whole almost 9 months now, right? Yeah. Tomorrow will be our 9-month anniversary. We love every day of it.
And we try to make that clear in our videos, but I know because I share the discomforts and the real things about adjusting, it might look like I don't like the Philippines, but overall, I love the Philippines.
Just know that you won't really like anything without experiencing the negative part of it first.
Exactly.
You won't appreciate how good something is until you actually experience the dark side of whatever it is. And in this case, the Philippines. And the Philippines is amazing. It's beautiful. It's gorgeous.
The people are wonderful.
But there are dark sides of it. Or not dark side. There are a lot of hardships and things like that here.
And just discomforts from leaving my home and having to adjust here.
Yes, but that doesn't mean we don't love it. Because of those things, we love being here. Mm-hmm. I think. Right?
It's a deeper love than just surface level, oh, it's beautiful there.
Yeah.
It's really deep now because it's been 9 months and I've really experienced it.
Yeah, it's not just beaches and malls and big cities and all this stuff and food, but it's everything, every little thing, and that's I think is something that we really enjoy, and the kids are loving it as well. Mm-hmm. Once again, there's missing their friends and things like that, but other than that, they're enjoying it a lot.
All right, the next questions come from Chris M. and his wife Natalie. Natalie wants to know the places you all lived in the U.S. and can you talk about the cities? We lived a lot of different places. So I grew up in Wyoming until I was 16, then moved to southern Utah. So I lived in a tiny town in Lyman, Wyoming, just really small and in the country, you know. And then St. George, Utah is awesome. That's where we moved here from. It's a big city and has everything you need, awesome hikes and really warm weather. But when we met, I was living in North Dakota. That's where I went after I graduated high school to be a nanny, and John was living in Minnesota.
Yeah, I lived in the East Coast in Massachusetts. I lived in Minnesota, northwest Minnesota. I lived in California for 2 years when I served my full-time mission there.
And that was in Anaheim.
Yeah, so around Anaheim County.
Then when we met, it was in North Dakota, Minnesota area. We lived in Minnesota. Then we went to
Idaho.
We lived around Rexburg, Idaho, where he went to school at BYU, Idaho.
Yep.
Then we lived in Idaho Falls. Then we lived in Minnesota again. And then we lived in St. George.
And I think St. George is the longest place that we actually lived.
5 years. So we really felt like we were settled down there. We owned a house and everything before we moved here.
Yeah.
We have a little visitor.
Okay, so the next question is still from Chris M. I am Pinoy and can't sing, so Jan, can you sing? Yes, I can sing. I
He
can't.
loves to sing.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean I'm a good singer. There's only one time that I actually sing in front of the camera and stuff, and if you haven't seen that, here's a card up there. But it's the Tagpuan?
No, ikaw at
Oh, it's the Ikaw at Ako.
I made John sing that with me. It was
Yeah.
so cute.
Yeah, and I sing like, I'm kind of like a ventriloquist. Ikaw at Ako.
It always makes us laugh. All right, next is from Gary Berg. I know this is a bit of a personal question for John, but how did he lose his tooth on the upper left-hand side of his mouth?
So you're talking about my summer teeth? Summer missing? Actually, it's both genetic and I think it's both genetic and like not taking care of it well enough.
Well, we didn't go to the dentist our entire marriage. Did you even go to the dentist like...
Yes.
Okay, before you met me?
Yes.
Oops. We were so poor. We couldn't go to the dentist.
Yeah.
We had no insurance. And so for years, his teeth were just getting worse and worse. He does have like genetic issues that cause all of that. Our kids have it as well. And so they've had really bad teeth and we have to work hard at their teeth and their health overall to keep their teeth in their mouth. And so unfortunately, it's just something that happened. And we're working on it. And he's gone to the dentist since we've been here and gotten a lot of work done.
But
we just need to get a tooth in there. I mean, we're not concerned about how he looks, obviously. We never even think about it. But you're right. So the teeth don't shift around and things. We do need to get that taken care of.
And that's why a lot of times I would just record on my good side instead of my summer side.
I really admire John's feelings about it and his positivity about it, and we've gotten comments that are hilarious. Like, how dare you be a YouTuber when you don't have all your teeth?
It's like, you should have seen me 5 years ago. I had a really bad front tooth before.
Yeah, in the older videos, he looks different.
Yeah. This one is from...
Oh, Fabrienne.
Yeah, Fabrienne Baltasar. She is my classmate.
And we met her in the cemetery.
Yeah.
Okay, are you planning to go back to the US for good or just stay here in the Philippines for good? Good question. We don't know.
Yeah, but basically, right now, we did buy the ticket to go back to the US. We bought the return ticket to go back here in the Philippines.
But for now, at this place in our life, we don't have a place where we're going to be for good. Because we just aren't at that place where we can make the decision yet.
Oh.
Trust me, I want to know where we're going to be for good. I like to know the plan in the future, but we just can't decide right now because we're just experiencing life here first. And there's no way we could decide to stay here forever at this point or go home and be done here.
There's a lot of things, variables and stuff that needs to happen first before we can say, this is definitely the place.
So we're still in that uncomfortable place of just experiencing what we have right now.
But we're still young. We still have plenty of time. Like what I keep telling people in the comments, we did not burn bridges when we left the US. Yes, we sold everything and stuff, but that doesn't mean we can't go back.
You can always start over.
Yeah,
and
I
we
have
a great time starting over.
Exactly. It's not the first time we had to start over. This, if we had to start over, this actually would be the third time we did this. And so, and the best thing about starting over right now is that we don't have any debt.
Yeah.
And so that really helps.
Next question from Jess Med. So this is a really deep question, and we'll try and give it the simplest answer we can. Being married so long, how much do compromise play into your pursuit of marital longevity? And are your individual interests being sacrificed as a result?
My answer to this question is that, see, marriage is like two people and not just one. And so you have to, of course, it's automatic that you are gonna have to sacrifice or compromise something. You know, like I always joke around before, that's like a happy life is a happy wife. Meaning I will do anything for my wife to be happy and stuff. And so if you're talking about sacrifices, yes, I don't mind receiving that. But in our relationship, Laura and I, we both are okay making sacrifices like daily to help each other. Sorry, we do have our personal goals and stuff, but for the most part, that personal goals is based off the family goal.
So just to add to that, I think marriage is being selfless, like learning over all the years to be selfless. And so you do have to let go of part of yourself. And I don't know, I'd say it's worth it.
Oh, heck yeah. Definitely.
To have what we have.
Yep.
It's better than living my truth or whatever that is.
Yep. Hazel Manzanos asks, do you want any more kids? Yes. That's funny. See, I want a basketball team with a reserve. It's a stupid joke. But I don't know.
People now think that we have too many kids or that we have so many. Because in public here, it's really odd to walk around with 4 kids and 2 parents. Like, we're a big group of people. Yeah. And so people always comment on how many kids we have. Yeah. But to me, that doesn't feel like a big family to have 4 kids. Because we're from Utah. And no, it's very normal in our culture and our religion as well to have big families. And
because families are everything in our religion.
My kids are everything to me, and it's my greatest joy. So naturally, I just want more of them. And I think it's important to have children. Our goal is to raise amazing human beings to come and change the world and lead the world one day. And so I don't think it's a bad thing to have kids, and yes, we want more. I will say by adoption or biologically, we would like to have more kids.
Yep.
The last question is, what are your goals and ambitions for your YouTube channel in the coming year? That's an awesome question that we'll be sure to touch on that upcoming video also. But right now we will say 100,000 subscribers. We would love to do that this year. And then coming up, we just want to continue what we've started and what I've said recently. Instead of doing anything to get views, we really want to just actually document the time that we're here and the experiences we're having and the things that we're learning and experiencing here in the Philippines. And so in the coming year, we're definitely going to document going home in March. Let us know if you're excited about that and what you want to see when we go home, because we're looking forward to that.
From the beginning, before we even leave the US, one of the things that we wanted to do is serve other people here. I feel like, I mean, we've done some of those already, but I feel like we want to do a lot more. Even like the small random acts of kindness and things like that, and just helping people around us.
So we look forward to doing things like that, and if you have any ideas for us or suggestions, leave us a comment down below what you want to see. And that's it. That's the question. So I hope that you know us just a little bit better now. If you have more questions, always leave a comment and we can answer them down there for you. Please give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and please subscribe. We'll see you tomorrow.
Baboosh! Can you blow kisses? Wow!